Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to sew this beautiful stylish gather dress with a detachable sleeve. This video is going to be the sewing tutorial video. I already have the drafting and cutting tutorial video up there on the channel. So I'm going to be leaving the link at the card. So check the screen of your phone. You're going to be seeing a link popping up on the screen. Click on it to watch the drafting and cutting tutorial video, or you can check the description section for the link. So this is going to be the sewing tutorial. Without talking too much, let us dive into the video. So these are all the pieces. I've gone ahead to use my patterns to cut out on my fabric. So if you watch the drafting and cutting tutorial video, you will definitely see it. So what I'm going to be doing now is to remove the patterns from the fabric so that I can start sewing it. So I've already gone ahead to remove the yoke pattern, but I'm going to be placing it back so that I can mark where I'm going to be sewing. That is the dart for the yoke. I'll just use my chalk to mark it like this on both sides. Then I'll go ahead and notch it as well, as you can see. So I'll go ahead and remove this upper part. I've gone ahead to cut out the lining for the dress as well. So before you notch it, make sure the lining and the main fabric is together. I also have two pieces here for the band. One is going to be serving for the main material, while the other one will be serving for the lining. So you can go ahead and use your lining to cut out the band as well. So for me, I just decided to use the Ankara material. The first thing I want to do is to sew the darts for the yoke, which is this upper part. So I'll go ahead and pick the part where I notch. So that is why it's very important for you to notch it. So I will make sure the two notch are meeting each other. I will go ahead and pin it. So I am folding this to the wrong side of the fabric. Then I'll go ahead and iron it. I'll also go ahead and look for the two side where I notch here. I'll also go ahead and pin it together like this, just like when you want to sew your dart for your dress. You guys understand? Then I will fold it in, then I will iron it. So what I'm going to be doing now is to bring my front yoke like this. Now this is where the 1 inch I mark stop, right? So I'm going to be placing my tape at the hem part like this and measure it to that 1 inch, like where the 1 inch stop. So what I have there is 2.5 inches. I will place my tape on the part where I notch. I will slant it like this. I will also go ahead and mark 2.5 inches like this. After marking it, I will also go ahead and mark a slant line from where I'm going to be sewing it to where it's going to stop like this. Then I'll also go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. Don't forget, when I was drafting it, I said you should make use of your French curve. So I'm going to explain to you guys why I said you should make use of your French curve to curve it on your pattern. That is if you have watched the tutorial. So I will take this to the sewing machine now and sew it on both sides. Then I'm also going to be doing the same thing for the lining. So this is the back part. I will also go ahead and mark out the part I'm going to be sewing, which is the dart part, before I remove the pattern. Then I'll also go ahead and notch it like this, just like what I did for the front. So I will go ahead and remove the pattern. So for the back, I also went ahead to cut out the lining, as you can see. So I will go ahead and pick one side of the back. I will go ahead and fold it in like this. Okay, make sure the two parts I notch are meeting each other. Then I will fold it in like this. I will pin it. After pinning it, I'll go ahead and iron it like this. Then I will also go ahead and measure where the dart is going to start from and where it's going to stop. So I'll place my tape on the hemline. I will mark 2.5 inches upward like this. Then I'll go ahead and mark a slant line like this, okay, on it. Then I will do the same thing for the other side and also for the lining as well. So guys, I have gone ahead to sew it. I want to explain to you guys what I noticed. After I was done sewing the dart for the front yoke, I noticed that it was kind of pointing, like it was pointing at the front. So what I went ahead to do was to go ahead and extend the sewing. Instead of ending it at that 2.5 inches I measured earlier, I went ahead to extend it by extra 1 inch. So what I did is this: I wanted to sew it to that 2.5 inches, and from there I wanted to sew it tiny with extra like 1 inch, okay, so that that part will not be pointing, it can look curving, stuff like that. So I'm explaining this to you in case you experienced it, you know what to do. So that was what I did on both sides, including the lining, okay. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to go ahead and join the waistband to the yoke like this. Okay, so I'll go ahead and fold the waistband into two. I will notch the middle. I will also go ahead and fold the yoke into two like this. I will notch the middle. So after notching it, I'll go ahead and pin the middle of the waistband to the middle of the yoke. Make sure the right sides are both facing each other. So I'll go ahead and pin it. After pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine and sew it with half inch. I will also go ahead and do the same thing for the lining. I will pin the waistband and the yoke together. Now for the back, I will also go ahead and remove the pattern from the waistband like this. Then after removing it, I'll go ahead and pin the waistband to the yoke for the back. One advice I'm going to give you when it comes to the back like this, go ahead and mark the part that is going to be facing the zipper area, so that when you want to pin it on your lining and the other side of the back, you will not make any mistake. I hope you guys understand. So I'll go ahead and also sew the other side of the back as well and the lining. So I've gone ahead to sew the front. This is how it look like. So I'll go ahead and place the lining on it, right side facing each other. I'll go ahead and arrange the neck area, then I will pin it down. After I am done pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine. I will go ahead and sew it with half inch from the shoulder to this part and to the shoulder. Then once I'm done sewing it, I'll go ahead and notch it around, then top stitch on it. Then I'll go ahead and sew the armhole as well. After I am done top stitching on it, I'll go ahead and sew the side like this. I'm also going to be doing the same thing for the back. I'll go ahead and place the lining on it. I will sew the neckline, I will sew the zipper area, the armhole and the side. I will do the same thing for the other side of the back. So guys, I have gone ahead to sew it. This is how it look like. I will just go ahead and notch the armhole area before turning it to the front. So make sure you notch the armhole because it is curved. If not, it will not fit properly well. So I will go ahead and turn it to the front like this. Take your time, turn it, arrange it and iron it. After I am done ironing it, this is how it look like. You can see how clean it is. So this is the back. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to fold the back like this, right side meeting each other. Then I'll go ahead and arrange it properly. In case maybe there's any excess, I can go ahead and trim it out. I'll make sure the sides are equal. So there's little excess at the down, so I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. So once I'm done trimming it out, the next thing I'm also going to be focusing on is the side as well. So I'll go ahead and fold the front into two like this. I will place the side of the front to the side of the back. I will check if it's equal. So if anyone is longer than anyone, I'll go ahead and trim out the one that is longer. So I think this part is kind of a little bit longer. I'll go ahead and trim it out. Once I am done trimming it, the next thing I want to check out is the shoulder. So I'll go ahead and place the shoulder of the back and the shoulder of the front together. So the shoulder of the front is wider than the shoulder of the back with about 1/4 inch. So I'll just go ahead and sew it. I will turn it to the back again and sew that part. I want the shoulder to be equal so that by the time I join it together, no one will be wider than anyone. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is to fold in the zipper allowance at the back so that I can go ahead and join the front and the back together. To do that, I'll go ahead and fold in 1.5 inches like this. That was what I added for zipper allowance. Then I'll go ahead and iron it. I will do the same thing for the other side. So once I'm done ironing it, I will go ahead and place it together like this. Then I'll go ahead and use my pin to pin it together like this. So make sure you arrange it and pin it. So once I'm done pinning it, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to open it up like this. Then I will place the front part on it like this. I will go ahead and pin the shoulder together like this, just like I can see me doing. Then I'll go ahead and lift up the bust area like this so that I can arrange the side properly well. So I'll go ahead and pin the side. After pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine. I will stitch down the shoulder with 1/2 inch, then I'll go ahead and shape in the side. So guys, I have gone ahead to sew it. So what I'm going to be doing next is to iron the shoulder open like this. I love ironing the shoulder of my dress and also the side to make it firm. So once I'm done ironing it, I will turn it to the front and iron it again. So I'll go ahead and measure what I have around the waist area, if this is going to size me, if this is my exact measurement. So before you join the gather to it, make sure you measure it, make sure what you have is going to size you. If it's going to tight you, go ahead and loosen it up and shape it properly well. Now that I'm sure that the waist is exactly my size, what I'm going to be doing next is to join the fabrics together so that I can sew it to the upper part of the dress. So as you can see, I have the ones I'm going to be using for the down part. The yellow one is going to be the first one, the purple is going to be the second layer, and the red is going to be the third layer. And also I went ahead to join the fabrics together. Remember, I went ahead to cut out two pieces each for these designs. So I wanted to join the yellow together, the purple and also the red, so that it will be long enough for me to make what I want to make. So what I'm going to be doing now is to go ahead and join the yellow to the purple like this. I will take it to the same machine. I will sew it down with 1/2 inch from the start to the end. Then I'll also go ahead and join the red to the purple, which is the second layer, to the end. So guys, I've gone ahead to sew it. After I was done sewing it, I went ahead to iron the part where I sew so that it will be smooth. What I'm going to be doing next is to take this to the sewing machine and gather the waist area like this. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and gather it. I already have a detailed tutorial on how to gather your dress in case you don't know how to make a gather. So I'm going to be leaving the link at the description section. Click on it to watch it. So I've gone ahead to gather it. This is how it look like. So I will go ahead and fold it into two like this. I will notch the middle. Once I'm done notching the middle, I'll also go ahead and remove the pins from the top, which is this particular one. Then I'll go ahead and also fold it into two like this and notch the middle as well. After notching it, I'll go ahead and join the skirt part and the top together. So I'll make sure I am pinning the top to the part where I notch, and the right side of the top is going to be facing the right side of the skirt part. So I'll go ahead and pin it from the middle to one end, then I'll pin it from the other side to the other end. So once I'm done pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine and stitch it down with 1/2 inch, okay, from the start to the end. I have gone ahead to sew it, as you can see. So what I'm going to be doing next is to go ahead and pin the zip area like this so that I can sew the zip on it. So once I'm done pinning it, I will place my zip on it. I will mark where I want the zip to stop. I will just mark it like this. So after marking it, I will take this to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and start sewing it from where I mark with 1.5 inches to the end of the gown. So once I'm done, I will sew the zip on it as well.
So guys, this is like the fitted section. Okay, so I'm currently seeing something like bulge around this part. So it's not tight around this bust area. So when you experience something like this, what you're going to be doing is easy or simple. Kindly go ahead and sew it like side that. Okay, just go ahead and sew it a little. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that.
To sew the bust dart, what I'm going to be doing is to turn the dress to the back just like I already did. So I will place my tape on the shoulder. I will mark 6.5 inches downward, and also I'm going to be doing the same thing for the other side as well. I'll mark 6.5 inches. So once I'm done, I will pick this point where I just marked. I will fold it in like this. Then I'll go ahead and use my pin to secure it like this. So once I'm done with that, I'll just go ahead and spread it well on my table and arrange it properly well so that I can mark where I want to sew. So I will place my tape on it like this. I will mark 1.5 inches inward. Then I'll go ahead and mark 1/4 inch like this. So I'll go ahead and connect it from that 1/4 inch to that 1.5 inches I mark. I will do the same thing for the other side. So once I'm done, I will take it to the same machine and sew it just like that. It is finished. So guys, I've gone ahead to sew it. You can see how beautiful it now look on me. So once I was done sewing it, I went ahead to also sew detachable sleeve to it. This puff sleeve. So if you want me to make a tutorial on how to sew this detachable puff sleeve, let me know. I'm going to be making a tutorial and show you guys. So this is the end of the video. I hope this tutorial was really helpful. If it was, please go ahead and like, comment on it and share it. This really helped my algorithm a lot. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel in case you have not subscribed. Turn on post notification if you want to see more of this kind of videos on this channel. See you on my next video. Bye.